It's spoiler night for your Chicago Blackhawks. Yes, tonight is spoiler night as the Hawks get ready to face off against the Vegas Golden Knights. This should be a fun game to watch as it's spoiler night in the United Center. Hawks been out of the playoffs for months now, and Vegas could be eliminated from the playoffs with a Hawks win. Let's do it. Let me get the link posted to Twitter and everything for you guys to start joining the stream. If you're already on the stream, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will highly appreciate it. Hey guy, how are you? Everyone's hoping for spoilers to happen, and it's time for the Hawks to have their first spoiler of the year. I would love to see some Blackhawks hockey where we see a Hawks win over the Vegas Golden Knights to eliminate Vegas out of the playoffs. Hey, Drew, how are you? Yeah, this is the first game in a while for something to play for the Hawks. Hopefully, we see some the Hawks take advantage of a spoiler night. I would love to see it happen just because who wants to see Vegas eliminated from playoff contention tonight? There's two ways this can happen, yes, but it would be nicer the Hawks can do it. Any stats, milestones that are reachable tonight? I know Cat already reached. Well, if Cat scores a goal tonight, he officially passes his top. He ends up with his most goals scored in a career season. And Patrick Kane, if I'm not mistaken, if he has a, I think he's only a few points out from 100 points this season. I'm pulling that up. Kaner likely does not hit 100 points this season. DeBrincat, if he has 3 more points this season, he ends up hitting an 80-point season, which is possible in 2 games remaining. Strome, he's 4 goals away, 4 assists from 30. Strome's been a little light on this goal scoring this in recent weeks. But if DeBrincat scores his 42nd of the season, that surpasses his career high he set in his second year in the NHL. Which I can see Cat doing it. I would like to see the Panthers make a run in the playoffs. I would also be okay to see Calgary finally go on a run in the playoffs. I also kind of hope Minnesota makes it to the conference final, because if Minnesota makes it to the conference final, Marc-Andre Fleury gets 4 wins in the playoffs, we get a first-round pick for this year. I would like to have a first-round pick, because right now I don't think us winning the draft lottery will be smart, because next year's draft is a lot more competitive to get. Now, I do not know who's supposed to be starting for Vegas. I'm going to check daily faceoff. Okay, you keep getting cocky there, guy. So for the third straight game for Vegas, it's going to be Logan Thompson in net for the Golden Knights. He's had 2 rough losses in the last 2 games and shootouts. And for the Hawks, it's going to be Kevin Lankinen again. Yeah, it was confirmed as of an hour ago that Logan Thompson is playing. No, as of 10 minutes ago. Okay. Hey, Aaron. Hope you have a fun time, Nimmer. Well, first thing they need to try and get DeBrincat and Kane and see if Taves wants to sign an extension yet. But I think DeBrincat, Kane should sign extensions pretty soon here. I think that's a big need. Then, then have a well, also see what head coaches are available, because Bruce Boudreau is still a free agent after his final game. If the Canucks don't want to re-sign him, I think the Hawks should go after Boudreau. It is a very important decision. Would Taves take a $5 million per year? That's the thing, Drew. I think Taves is just going to try and play out his final year of his contract to see how he is, if he's even healthy enough to play after it. Because let's be honest, Taves has missed a full season of play last year. Yes, that's a 56-game season, but Taves missed a whole time of play. This year, his numbers are down scoring, and it's been a frustrating year for him. I can see Taves try and come back and try and sign a cheaper contract, because he's likely going to go down in value for price. But I really hope Taves, if he wants to, re-sign with the Hawks or retire in a Hawks uniform. Oh, that's cool, Nemmer. I do have plans to start up Rockford Ice Hog live streams coming soon because they are going to be in the Calder Cup playoffs, and I have it where they're going to make it, so might as well stream during and cover the Ice Hogs since the Blackhawks season's over in 2 days. Yeah, he's still great at the faceoff. He's still a great leader. It's going to be what Taze wants to do. Does he want to continue his career because he doesn't have to do anything else because he's won multiple Stanley Cups, a Conn Smythe, a leadership award for the Mark Messier Award, a Selkie, multiple gold medals. Taze is also part of the NHL top 100 players all time. He doesn't have to do anything anymore in his career to solidify himself as a first ballot Hall of Famer because he's going to be that. He's going to get his number hanging in the rafters of the United Center. It's all up to Taze and what he wants to do. Nimmer, it's hard to say who gets traded this offseason. That had to have been a fun game, Aaron, because that was probably the best competitive hockey the Hawks have had in multiple months. That's better. I think the reason why Malkin didn't make it to the top 100 was mainly the fact that Malkin kind of is not as well respected around the sports media. Kane for sure will want a new deal. Yeah, they have to sign DeBrincat first, I feel like. DeBrincat's going to be the highest paid Blackhawk of all time, which is shocking to say, on his next contract. Patrick Kane, his contract could go down in price, but he's still one of the top players in the NHL. Kaner could fetch quite a bit. He's having that type of season again. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Kaner. Who's excited to see Rockford Ice Hog content coming soon? Drew, that does not sound crazy. I can even see upwards of $11.5 to $12 million for DeBrincat. I don't think Kane will get a Seabrook type of contract. Granted, the way Kane plays, he doesn't get hurt. He plays where he doesn't get hit. Yes, Drew, I will be hosting a bracket challenge soon. I haven't opened it up yet. We're going to try, Roots. Yeah, I know it's McDavid, not money, but look at the type of goal scorer DeBrincat is. I think he could fetch upwards of 11.5. You should go. We'll see about going live for the draft lottery. Because frankly, I'm at the point, let's not win the draft lottery so we don't lose our first round pick for next year, because next year's team, I honestly think the Hawks will be even worse next year than they were this year, which is shocking to say. And with what could happen if they have a chance to draft first overall next year or second overall, they could draft Connor Bedard or Misha Amitrov from Russia because they're top tier prospects. I would love to see Bedard wearing a Hawk jersey just because we need that next franchise player, in my opinion. I don't think so, Drew. I really don't think DeBrincat's just a 30-goal scorer with if he's not paired with Kane. I think he's that elite of a goal scorer. I know Shane Wright in a Hawk jersey would be nice, but frankly, next year with Connor Bedard getting ready to be drafted, Bedard would look nicer in a Hawk jersey. I would still be okay if we end up winning the draft lottery this year and we get Shane Wright, because it could accelerate the rebuild a lot more faster, because we can use a top tier prospect coming into the system. We have Lucas Reichel. He's played 10 games with the Hawks already, yes. But Reichel is a top tier prospect, but I would let him play in Rockford next year. Yeah, Bedard's supposed to be the next McDavid. Hopefully, people are overhyping Bedard, but the way I watch Bedard play, holy crap, this kid is insane. Oh, yeah, both would be nice if Bowman wasn't an idiot. Don't get me wrong. I like Steph Jones, but the package the Hawks gave up for Jones was way too much. It was. And the Hawks were really eating it. Here's a fun question for you guys. Next year, the reverse retro program is supposed to be coming back. What type of jersey would you like to see the Hawks do for reverse retro 2? A 1950s style? Okay, I'm okay with the Stan Mikita era. Do a black 1950s jersey, that's okay. I wouldn't be against doing something like that. They haven't used this logo on a jersey other than the 2017 Winter Classic. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I would love to. I know which one you're talking about, there, Nimmer, because I actually want to see a reverse retro in the '09 Winter Classic. Because I actually made a concept of one a few years ago when they did the first reverse retro. So let me try and pull it up for you guys. So here's the jersey I came up with as a concept just 2 years ago. A 1943 style jersey, which is based off the 2009 Winter Classic. I think that would look nice in a cream jersey. I would love to see a cream jersey for the Hawks. 1926 unis, so the white, just a white version of the Winter Classic from 2019. Yeah, I did see Vegas is switching to the gold jersey next year. I do agree it's a stupid idea. Oh, don't worry, Hawthorne. There's still time. The game hasn't even started yet. It's about to, though. All right. Let's play spoiler hockey, boys. Should be fun. But I wouldn't mind it like a black version of the jersey for this logo. I agree. The gray numbers do not work on that jersey. So is Chris Vosters and Kelly Chelios on the call tonight? In my opinion, the gold jersey it does suck for Vegas. It's not a good look. What? I don't think the Hawks will do something like that. I can't see the Hawks ever doing a jersey like that. Yeah, that's Chelios's daughter. Nickname jerseys, in my opinion, should not be a thing. Who do you think will take the Wild versus Blues in the series? Roots, you'll have to wait till I make my bracket because that video will be coming out when the bracket challenges are open and this as soon as I can make my bracket. But I do think the Wild will win it. I'm saying Oilers in 6 because we do know Jonathan Quick can steal games, but Drew went with Kings in 7 could actually happen because Jonathan Quick in the playoffs does know how to steal games. But the issue is, I think the Kings are in the playoffs just a little bit too early in their rebuild. Yeah, Doughty may be out, but the thing with it, the Kings have a good goaltending system. How long do you think ads are going to stay on the jerseys? They said a season, but I highly doubt it. Hawthorne, it's not going. They aren't going to remove ads on jerseys once they're on because the NHL voted unanimously for ads, and I hate it. I really do. I hope the Hawks decide not to put an ad on their jersey because they have the stupid ads on the helmet, and I think that's just enough. Even though I hate ads on helmets, just don't put an ad on the Hawks jersey, please. Like Pittsburgh released theirs and it doesn't even match their colors because they put Blue Cross Blue Shield on their jerseys. Yeah, shutdown center versus McDavid tends to really rattle McDavid in a playoff because we saw it when the Hawks played them a couple of years ago. Yeah, the Bell Tire helmet adds stupid. Like last year, they used United, which worked because the Hawks play in the United Center, and it was not that big of an ad. It's a small sticker that said United. I just don't want ads on the jersey at all. Yeah, the Capitals were the first team to release one, and it was Capital One. Okay, they use Capital One, but I just think jersey ads should not be a thing. Leave that to minor league sports. United most likely would be the patch, and I think it's going to be a small patch anyways, like how it was on the helmet, super small, very subtle. But let's be honest, I hate jersey ads. I'm fine with them in European leagues and the junior and like minor leagues, but this is a professional sports league that makes billions and they're going to put jersey ads on. I get it. The NBA has been doing it for the last like 6 years now, but I don't agree with it coming to the NHL. And Jim Cornelison for the anthem. It's time to watch Blackhawks hockey. I don't think they'll get to European style jerseys. Mm-hmm. Take your roots. Make sure to share the stream. Last time of the season getting to do the jump Cornelius and salute to the flag. All right. I bet the United Center is pretty crowded tonight because this game means something. Jonathan Tays on the opening faceoff. It's game time in the United Center. Hawks can play spoilers against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Kevin Lankinen in net for your Chicago Blackhawks. And Logan Thompson for the Golden Knights. Thompson playing last night could be tired. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I saw that, Nemmer. Well, last time hearing Jim Corneliuson for the season, Drew. He'll be back next year. And it is always sad to know it's the last time getting to hear Jim Corneliuson with his national anthem because of this season because he's the greatest at it. Jonathan Tays at the dot versus Stevenson. Tays wins the faceoff back over for the Hawks to take it up the ice. Stevenson gets back to the puck in time, and the Hawks Regula gets it over to McCabe. McCabe sends the puck up the ice into the offensive zone for the Hawks. Roy plays it up to Theodore. Theodore gets it to Marchessault. Marchessault to Pacioretty. Pacioretty gets it across for Stevenson. Stevenson going into the offensive zone for the Golden Knights, and the Hawks are battling on the boards. It's Regula getting the puck loose, and DeBrincat now has it. DeBrincat gets it over to Tays. Tays sends the puck up the ice, and the Knights now have it. DeBrincat steals it, gets into the offensive zone for Kane. Kane sets up. Kane looking for a back pass for Jones. Jones gets it around the ice for Vlasic. Vlasic, the big body young defenseman, sets up the Hawks. Pacioretty getting checked by Strome, and Roy now comes out with it. Jones poke checks it, and Strome's out of board battle. Patrick Kane with the puck. Kane looking for an opening in Vlasic. Vlasic to Jones. Jones on the blue line over to Vlasic. Vlasic fits it to Kane. Kane fires, and a save by Thompson. Vlasic now with the puck again on the blue line, looking to keep the cycle going, and still in Strome now. Strome getting checked off the puck, and the Golden Knights send it down, and it's Tyler Johnson getting it to Vlasic, over to Johnson. Johnson with the try, and a rebound comes loose, and the Golden Knights come up with it. Jack Eichel with the puck. Eichel going into the Hawks' defensive zone. Marchessault with the shot, and a save by Lankinen. Hawks trying to play some defense now. It's Carlson over to Eichel. Eichel just shoots it a little bit wide. Golden Knights set up offensively, and the Hawks steal it. Hawks now go up the ice. It's Caleb Jones. Caleb Jones dumping the puck into the Hawks' offensive zone where Logan Thompson is there to play the puck for the Golden Knights. It's Pietrangelo playing the puck up across the ice, and the Golden Knights are blocked. Pietrangelo with it. Pietrangelo sends the puck up the ice into the neutral zone. Hawks are there to play some defense. Hawks get to it is Stillman. Stillman gets it to Regula. Regula now with it. Dumping it into the center ice for Kurashev to lose control. Golden Knights now have it. The Knights send it across the ice and send it in. They get played back a little bit. Roy with the puck over and getting checked by Reese Johnson. Reese Johnson and the Hawks are battling for that puck to come loose. Donatov almost had an opportunity to shoot it, but he doesn't. Hawks there is a Golden Knight without a stick. Kachuk gets a puck loose into this neutral zone, and the Golden Knights try to come out with it. McCabe gets it over to Reese Johnson. Reese Johnson looking for McCabe with a shot that goes wide. Patrick Kane out on the ice again. Kane getting checked by Eichel, but Kachuk is there to receive. Kachuk getting checked again. Hawks trying to set up something. It's Patrick Kane for Dylan Strome, who had a nice opportunity there. Jack Eichel of the Golden Knights, no. Yeah, that is Eichel. Eichel getting checked by Kane, and the Golden Knights are playing back. Eichel getting checked by DeBrincat. Hawks now on the attack. It's Kane and DeBrincat. Kane on. Kane looking. Getting offside is DeBrincat. Thank you, Hawkthorne. Good start by the Chicago Blackhawks here in this period. Shots on net are 1-2 in favor for the Hawks. It's Jake McCabe with the puck. McCabe sends it into the offensive zone for the Hawks, and McNabb with it. Kane with it, sends it up, and Stone steals it. Stone now with it, going into the Hawks offensive zone to Pacioretty. As Pacioretty tried to feed Stone, it's now Shea Theodore. Theodore looking on the blue line, setting up over for Pacioretty. It's the Golden Knights on the attack. It's Stevenson over to Theodore, and a nice save by Lakeinen. Pacioretty gets it and sends it, and the Hawks are playing defense again. Regula can't get the puck out, and McCabe gets it and sets up the Hawks to try an outlet. Golden Knights steal, and DeBrincat now comes out with it. DeBrincat gets it to Kane at neutral zone, but McNabb gets it to Theodore. Theodore gets it across, and the Golden Knights go on the attack once again. Hawks, Steph Jones sends the puck up to Kubalik. Kubalik going into the offensive zone. Fires! That gets blocked by Pietrangelo. Martinez with it. Hawks have opportunity here in their defensive zone. Is Alex Vlasic. Vlasic getting played back by Marchessault. Gets it up to Kubalik. Kubalik gets it to Steph Jones. Steph Jones goes into the offensive zone. Hawks trying to attack again. Tays with the puck. Tays getting checked off the puck, but Hawks have Tyler Johnson there. Fires, and it's blocked by Martinez. Marchessault with the puck gets it over to William Karlsson, up to Eichel. Eichel shoots it wide, and a nice opportunity to try and get it out is Steph Jones. Jones gets it to Stillman. Stillman going into the offensive zone, dumping it around. Logan Thompson tried to play the puck, but Sam Lafferty's there. Lafferty trying to get possession for the Hawks to go. It's now the Golden Knights to keep possession and go in. Nice hit there by Stillman. Hawks trying to keep the press going. Shots are 3-2 in favor for Vegas. Nice save by Lakeinen, and the Hawks have to clear it out. It's Stillman. Stillman gets it to Lafferty. Lafferty tries to play it across, but Kurashev's there to get it. The Hawks can't get it out. Caleb Jones is there. Caleb Jones settles in the defensive zone. It's 4-2 on the shots on net for favor for Vegas. Jones sends it up the ice for Boris Kachuk to try getting there. Hawks now on the attack. It's Hendrik Borgstrom. Borgstrom getting checked off the puck. Borgstrom gets it and gets it back. Borgstrom sets up. Borgstrom looking for an opportunity. Hawks can't get it out, but they now do. Hawks set up, but the Golden Knights are there defensively. Vegas is William Karlsson sends the puck up the ice. Hawks are there defensively. It's Regula. Regula sets up Reese Johnson in the defensive zone. Over for McCabe. McCabe leaves it for Regula. Regula settles things down. Sends it up for Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane gets it for Reese Johnson, who loses control. Regula now has to play back in the defensive zone to set up a change. It's Regula going into neutral ice, all the way into the offensive zone for Patrick Kane. Kane sets up. Kane looking for Strome, could not get it there. Shea Theodore was battling, but DeBrincat now has it. Cat gets it to Vlasic on the blue line, over for Jones. Jones to Kane. Kane looking. Kane sets up, kind of spinning off a check for him. Theodore, who gets the puck loose. It's Pacioretty. Pacioretty going in. Goes across for Stevenson. Hawks trying to battle for that puck again in the defensive zone. Stevenson looking again over for Pacioretty, and a shot by Pietrangelo, a nice block by Steph Jones. Dylan Strome gets an attack on DeBrincat on a breakaway, going in, looking, and it goes high. Yeah, they were playing Hagel in like the third line, which is not where Hagel should be. And I agree, you should still. I wish he was still a Hawk. Actually, I got this one from where I worked at, and I ended up getting it customized with Patrick Kane. Since this is the jersey he scored his 400th career goal in. How was my play-by-play, guys? Shots on net are 5-3 in favor for Vegas, with 12:50 remaining in the first period. They play him. They just play him in the third line, which, let's be honest, Hagel can play better in the second and third line, and second and first line. Granted, you could play him in any position, and he's willing to give it all, his all. Oh, interesting to see an advertisement for the Ice Hogs. Vlasic with the puck, looking, and a shot on Logan Thompson. Taves tries to shove it in, and a save by Thompson. Yeah, I hate the idea of jersey ads. We were talking about that earlier. Donnell tees at the faceoff dot, loses it to Eichel, and the Golden Knights set up. It's Martinez. Martinez sends the puck up, but Tays was tried to glove it down. Did they just call a penalty on the Hawks? No, they didn't. Tays wins the faceoff, beating Carlson. Steph Jones loses control, but Tays gets the puck. Tries to get it to Kubalik, who gets it down into the offensive zone. Tyler Johnson tried to get in, and the Golden Knights, while Carlson sends it in. Carlson sends it around the ice. Kubalik is there to play the puck off the boards. Hawks clear it down the ice. It's McNabb. McNabb sends it up the ice for Carlson. Carlson plays back in his offensive zone, and the Golden Knights set it up again. Hawks trying to play defensively. Marchessault tried to clear it into the Hawks offensive zone. Sam Lafferty tried to shoot it out of the defensive zone, and it got blocked by Marchessault. Steph Jones plays the puck back behind Kevin Lankinen. Vlasic now sends it over to Lafferty. Lafferty at center ice, dumping it into the offensive zone for the Hawks. Kurashev trying to battle to get to that puck in time, but it doesn't work out. It's now it's Taylor Raddysh playing the puck, and it goes on to Logan Thompson. I personally really like. I personally do like the Islander jersey. I think that should be their home jersey. But out of the three for reverse retro, I would have to go with the Devils just because that was a true reverse retro, unlike the Rangers and the Islanders. Yeah, I get it. The ads on jerseys could help the NHL and money wise, but it still just makes the league look minor league. From talking with people about it, at least it doesn't. The ads won't be added to the retail level. Petrangelo with the puck over. It sets up the Golden Knights and the Hawks defensive zone. Golden Knights battling for that puck against Lafferty at the boards. Eichel comes up with it. It's Petrangelo. Petrangelo gets it down for Mark over to Eichel. Eichel getting checked by Lafferty. Eichel gets it loose, and the Hawks can't play strong enough D. Hawks trying to get that puck loose. It's Petrangelo going into the slot, and the Hawks clear it with a nice block also. Mark with the puck, the former Blackhawk from last year, sends the puck up the ice. And the Hawks playing a little bit of defense. Shots on net are 6-5 in favor for Vegas. Regula with the puck. Regula at neutral zone, now center ice and into the offensive zone. Looks for Kachuk. Kachuk shoots it high into the glove of Thompson. Actually, it did start with the MLB is now allowing jersey ads because the first team to put jersey ad on their in the MLB is the Padres with Motorola, and their patches are massive. Jonathan Toews has the puck, and the Hawks can't get it. It's now Pacioretty going on the races against Regula, and it's saved by Lankinen. That was a good save by Lankinen. Yeah, I think it's stupid. Jersey ads coming to like the NHL, MLB, NBA, and probably soon the NFL. But it's going to be interesting to see when the NFL allows it because it's going to happen, unfortunately. I'm hoping the Hawks play spoiler, Elijah. Streaming the Hawks versus Golden Knights. All right, puck about to drop again. Jonathan Toews out there with Tyler Johnson, Kubalik on his wings. Hawks in the defensive zone. Toews looking to set up. Toews wins the faceoff, but Stevenson gets the 50-50 puck. and Theodore plays the puck out. Hawks try clearing it. It was Regula. Pacioretty now with it. Pacioretty looking for Stone. Stone backhand shot did not go on. Stevenson now with it. Stevenson plays the puck over and to bring it's now McCabe plays it for Regula. Regula plays the puck up to Kubalik. Kubalik now with it. Jonathan Toews getting battled. It's Tyler Johnson. Johnson getting checked off the puck a little bit. Hawks keep control though. It's McCabe gets it to Regula. Regula sends the puck past center ice and dumping it in. It's Thompson dumping it for the Golden Knights to start playing. Golden Knights clear it. It's Vlasic. Vlasic keeps the Hawks in control, but it's now Alex Pietrangelo for Shea Theodore. Theodore dumping the puck up to March. So Hawks try to keep the puck out of the zone. I cannot show the game due to copyright purposes. It actually says this in the scroll down there. Same with audio. It cannot be as well. Strome plays puck for Steph Jones over to Vlasic. Vlasic sends it up for DeBrincat. DeBrincat gets it to Vlasic. Vlasic tries to feed Kane. Could not work out. Golden Knights are there defensively. Carlson with the puck getting battled against DeBrincat. Screen just went black for a second. Sorry about that. If there was any issues, just let me know because that was a glitch. My camera turned off for 1 second. I have no clue why. Roy with it, gets it, and the Hawks are playing defensively here. Roy gets it across. Golden Knights set up behind the Hawks net. Hawks now have it as Kachuk. Kachuk in the defensive zone. It's Caleb Jones. Caleb Jones settles things down behind the net. Up to Sam Lafferty. Lafferty taking up the ice into the offensive zone. Lafferty goes onto the backhand around Logan Thompson. Lafferty gets it up to Regula with the shot and a save by Thompson. McCabe gets it to Regula, back to Lafferty. Lafferty down below the goal line. It's now Radish. Radish gets it to McCabe. McCabe with the shot and a block up front. And Radish gets the rebound onto Thompson, who saves the game. It saves it. I agree the NHL does need to go back to 1v8. It makes more sense. It's a lot better of a playoff, in my opinion. All right, here we go. Jonathan Toews at the drop and wins the faceoff over to Johnson for McCabe with the shot and almost going in. Johnson with the shot and it's saved by Thompson. Golden Knights come out with his Mark Stone for Pacioretty. Pacioretty can't get there. It's Regula. Regula gets it for Kubalik, who's battling against Stevenson. Now Mark Stone with it. Stone getting checked by the Hawks. Hawks get it out of the zone as Jonathan Toews trying to stretch it over to Tyler Johnson, who gets checked. Kubalik dumping it back into the offensive zone. Logan Thompson plays the puck. I'll get back to that question in a few, Donnell. Vlasic with the puck gets it over for Steph Jones for DeBrincat. DeBrincat gets it up to Kane. Kane going in for Strome. Strome loses control, and the Golden Knights keep the puck in play. Golden Knights send it in, and the Hawks have to play back. It's Vlasic. Vlasic getting checked off the puck, but DeBrincat is there to control. Over for Jones. Jones getting checked off, but for Kane. Kane now in the O-zone. Gets it for Steph Jones, who's checked by Shea Theodore, and gets it up to DeBrincat at the blue line. DeBrincat with the shot and a block up front by his own teammate, Dylan Strome. Kane now with it. Kane getting checked to the boards by the Golden Knights. Strome gets it to Jones at the slot and a save by Thompson. In your opinion, which out of the four major pro sports is best playoff rank from 1 to 4? Well, first, it's the Stanley Cup Playoffs, so NHL. Second, I would put the MLB playoffs. Third, I would put the NFL. And fourth, I would put the NBA. I get it. The NBA has a similar playoff structure with the NHL, but in my opinion, their playoffs aren't as competitive, and that's where I put them and why I put them at fourth. I prefer how the NHL sets up, even though I would love them to go back to 1 versus 8. It just makes more sense. It could change if there's a lot of votes to put it into play. All right, here we go again. Strom wins the faceoff, getting checked off. It's now Marchessault with the puck. Marchessault sends the Jack Eichel on a rush. Right, Eichel goes backhand around Lakeinen, and Lakeinen without a stick, and the Hawks have to play a little. It's now DeBrincat. DeBrincat going into the offensive zone, gets it across for Kane. Kane and the offensive zone for DeBrincat, getting checked by Pietrangelo. Carlson comes out with it. It's Marchessault. Marchessault playing back, one of the few remaining players from the original season Golden Knights. Hawks have it. It's Kane. Kane dumping it into the offensive zone. Logan Thompson sends the puck up to Shea Theodore, who dumps it into the Hawks' new defensive zone. Golden Knights set up a cycle here. It's Theodore with the shot and a save by Lakeinen. Hawks have to play a little defensively here. And another save by Lynx on a wraparound attempt. Golden Knights are setting up. It's Theodore looking for a shot. Golden Knights look for another shot and a nice save by Lakeinen, and the Hawks clear. 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Shots on net, 11-11. Gradish going in. Gradish on a and he scores! It's 1-0 Blackhawks. Just throwing it on net. Hawks lead 1-0 by Taylor Radish. With 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Great play by Radish, and the Hawks have the lead. He banks it off the back of the leg of Logan Thompson, and the Hawks lead 1-0 over the Golden Knights. Here we go. It's 1-0 Blackhawks in the first period. Hawks have a lead. It's Pacioretty in the Hawks defensive zone. Tyler Johnson with the puck. Hawks try to clear it out. It's McCabe. Hawks on it. It's Tyler Johnson over to Kubalik. Kubalik looking across the ice for Taze. Taze couldn't get it, but he now does on the board. It's now the Golden Knights tried to clear it out of the zone. Kubalik comes out with it. Hawks have lost control, and there was an offside. It doesn't matter, Donnell. I'm fine with any type of jersey. I also have a Discord server if you would like to join that. I will post the link to the Discord server in the first intermission. Jack Eichel going in and a nice save by Lakeinen. Here's the Discord link if people want to join that. Make sure to join so you get any update on the channel coming out, because that's where I primarily post my updates on the channel. Sam Lafferty getting checked. Hawks trying to get it out of the zone. The Golden Knights get a shot off, but it was blocked by Borgstrom. Hawks trying to get it out of the zone, and they do successfully. It's William Karlsson, though, at neutral zone. It's Reese Johnson trying to battle for that puck. Jack Eichel is there with the control of the play. Golden Knights tried to get it out of the neutral zone, and the Hawks are battling hard. It's Dylan Strome for Vlasic. Vlasic back to Strome. Strome dumping it into the offensive zone. Golden Knights now go on the attack. It's Martinez in his defensive zone. Gets it up to Stevenson over, and the Golden Knights go on an attack. It's 2-on-1 attack, and a nice play by Stillman, keeping the play stoppage. It's Stevenson for Theodore, and he's tie it. The Golden Knights tie it up. It's a 1-1 game with 2:21 remaining in the period. Bad defensive fall apart by the Hawks. Couldn't tell who scored that. No, I know you like the Adidas of the NHL. Let me ask you. I got one Fanatics jersey, and I would never buy another Fanatics jersey ever again. So 2 minutes remaining in the first period. It's a 1-1 game. Golden Knights recently just tying it up. Hawks having to battle to keep possession in. Hawks now with it. In the defensive zone is Caleb Jones getting checked by Roy. Golden Knights and the Hawks are battling on the board, trying to get it out of the defensive zone of the Hawks. Jones tries to get it out, but Donatov gets it to Roy. Leaves it across the ice for McNabb for Theodore. Theodore with the shot and a save by Lakeinen. Hawkson is Taze. Taze backhand shot and it's saved by Thompson. Taze tries to get it on again. It's 1:15 remaining in the first period. Stoppage of play just happened. It's 1-1. It's a 1-1 game. Taze won a faceoff, taking it into the offensive zone, though, which was nice to see. By a nice outlet from Regula. Here we go again. Taze at the faceoff. Loses, comes out. It's now Tyler Johnson at the dot. Johnson versus Stevenson. Here we go, Johnson. Johnson wins the faceoff. Taze comes out with it. Taze tried to get it to Kubalik, who couldn't get it. Golden Knights now take it on an attack. It's Stone going in. Stone loses control, and Taze now in the neutral zone, dumping it into the Hawks offensive zone. Golden Knights now go on the attack again. It's 55 seconds remaining in the first period. It's 1-1. Stone now with it. Stone going in, getting checked by Radish. Hawks trying to keep the possession out of the Hawks defensive zone. Stone. Stone gets it for Theodore. Here we go again. Hawks trying to get it out. It's Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo looking over to Eichel. Eichel cutting in. Eichel getting checked by Lafferty, and Eichel keeps possession. Eichel looking for Marchessault. Marchessault on the blue line. Over for the Golden Knights to attack was Pacioretty. Hawks keep possession onto the boards, which is nice to see. It's now Kurashev. Kurashev going into the offensive zone. Cutting through for Lafferty. He shoots! And a save by Thompson. Lafferty with 5 seconds remaining. Radish tries to bank it in. And he scores! Taylor Radish with 1 second remaining in the first period gives the Hawks a one goal lead again. 2 goals for Radish in the last 5 minutes of play. Holy crap, it's 2-1. Blackhawks with 1 second remaining in the first period. Great play and great effort by Taylor Radish. Oh, I'm ready for playoff hockey. Granted, the Hawks won't be in it, Royce, but it's always fun to watch some hockey, especially today's game, as it's a spoiler night in Chicago. Here we go again. Sam Lafferty at the dot loses a faceoff, and that will be it for the first period. Hawks lead 2-1 over the Vegas Golden Knights after 1. Taylor Radish with both of your goals for your Chicago Blackhawks. One coming with 1 second remaining in the first period. Hey, it's all right, Royce. It's always great to have you on. Okay, I just got your messages, Donnell. Those are really nice Devils, Islanders, and Ranger jerseys you have, if you're still here. Holy crap, you guys got a great reaction out of me for Taylor Radish and his goal scoring this period. Those were really nice jerseys, Donnell. Out of those 3 reverse retros, the one I would probably want to get I would have wanted to get myself was the Devils one, and I would have got Corey Crawford on it until he did decide to retire, and I decided not to even bother getting one. That would be nice, Raymond. A nice Hattie would be something special, because how is Hagel doing down in Tampa? I know someone said he has only 6 points in 20 games played this with them, but Radish has turned out to really step up his play coming to Chicago. So, the goal scoring by Taylor Radish at 16:01 in the first period for his 10th of the season, first of the night, assisted by Sam Lafferty. Emil, how do I pronounce that name? Michael Amadio. Yeah, Amadio scores his 11th of the season, assisted by Shea Theodore and Stevenson to tie it up 1-1 at 17:39. Then Taylor Radish, with 1 second remaining in the first period, scored his 11th of the season, second of the night, assisted by Lafferty and Kurashev to make it a 2-1 Hawks lead. Yeah, I'm sad that Fleury was traded, but now he has a chance to contend for a playoff. The Mets and Yankees. Those are cool. Donnell, the Mets and Yankees road jerseys. Yes, I'm going to set up a bracket challenge soon, Hawkthorne. Yeah, that was a great first period of play. Let's first add this back to the scoreboard. They're going to be interesting to watch what they can do in the playoffs. Swayman's been kind of on a rough spell as of late, and Olmark's been playing better, but I expect Swayman to be playing in the playoffs. Okay, I don't know. That's understandable. Yeah, that's what the Hawks were doing. They were, and especially Taylor Radish. She was just driving and trying to bank them in off of Logan Thompson. Who's your favorite player? Currently or all time, Elijah? I'm going to copy David Pasternak for my birthday. Maybe a reverse retro. That would be a nice jersey, Royce. Hopefully, I think I can. I think I know where you could still get a reverse retro Bruin Costa. I think they're still on Sports K. Ah, they don't have them on Sports K anymore. Currently, oh, my favorite player currently. I really love Alex DeBrincat, but I also am a Kubalik fan. But I don't even have a Kubi jersey, but there's reasons why I haven't gotten Kubi yet because I have a jersey that I wanted to get into it, but now there's been talk that they are considering not even re-signing him this year. Uh, Probably not Royce. Who's all time for sure. DeBrincat, I would put up there as a favorite currently, but it's hard to say who's my favorite current player because it's no one's ever going to pass Marian Hossa as my favorite all-time player, I think. What's happening in that game, by the way? I might as well do a scoreboard watch. NHL. So, right now, if you see the scores on the screen, the Philadelphia Flyers are losing to the Winnipeg Jets. No surprise there. It's 3-0 Jets. The Canadiens are beating the Rangers 2-1 after 2. The Dallas Stars are beating the Coyotes 2-0 after 1. And of course, the Hawks are beating the Golden Knights 2-1. Do you collect hockey cards? I do, Elisha. Yeah, I can understand Hawkthorne. I can check. I don't think so. I think they have that basically. So, no, they pretty much are locked for the first wild card spot. Yeah, I like Vlasic and Regula. How long till the second period of play? Good question. This intermission has felt long. Usually the NHL website's good to showing, but it's not. I have to go to the app. 6 minutes till second period. The Capitals should have the second wild card. Yeah, they do. The Western Conference is pretty much set in how the playoff matchups are going to be. So from the Eastern Conference, my bad, not the West. In the East, the Florida Panthers will be playing the Washington Capitals. The Carolina Hurricanes will be playing the Boston Bruins. The Maple Leafs would be playing Tampa Bay. The Rangers would be playing Pittsburgh. But I just noticed Pittsburgh and Washington can flip. As for the West, it's an interesting one. There's still one team who hasn't made the playoffs. So, guys, make sure to share the stream with people you know. Let them know this channel is trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. How do I stream without 1,000 subscribers? I You can stream without 1,000 subscribers if you're using a streaming platform or if you're just streaming directly from YouTube. I'm using a streaming platform. Yeah, the Capitals and Penguins can flip, and I could see that happening. But with Ovechkin might be out the rest of the regular season, it's an interesting topic. I don't think that's been determined yet, Drive. I really don't think the Ice Hogs have been determined who they're playing in the first round of the playoffs, which is interesting. I would like to know that. Is the wild card the best of one, aka single? No, Royce. It's a best of seven. Every round of the playoffs are best of sevens in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm not jinxing anything, Elijah. I hope the Hawks can win. I just want them to play spoiler. Uh, it should be about to start. I just checked about a few minutes ago. And 2 minutes. 2 minutes till till the second period of play. Might not put the let's play spoiler because I don't want to jinx it actually. All right, second period of play is about to get going. Hawks lead 2-1 over Vegas as the Hawks had only one goal scorer in the first period, and that was by Taylor Radish with his first and second of the night, 10th and 11th of the season. There's the great hockey smile of Sam Lafferty. I cannot show the game due to copyright purposes. All right, here we go again. Jonathan Toews at the faceoff loses it to Stevenson. Golden Knights now go on the attack. Hawks now get there and defend. It's Alec Regula sends the puck up to Tyler Johnson, who's getting checked off the boards. Regula sends it up the ice. Hawks get it down to neutral zone, and Stevenson gets it down to the Hawks defensive zone. McCabe gets it to Regula. Regula sends it up to Johnson. Johnson to Toews. Toews takes it into the offensive zone for McCabe cutting in, and a save by Thompson. Stevenson going into the center ice. Tried to send Pacioretty, but the Hawks were there defensively. Shea Theodore sends the puck down the ice for Mark Stone, and that will be icing. I think Austin Riley's a good player. Strome at the dot versus Stevenson. Strome wins the 50-50 puck, but it's Stone coming out with it. Stone dumping it in, and it's Steph Jones with the puck. Steph Jones takes it up to neutral zone, leaves it for Kane in the defensive zone. Kane sends it up to Jones. Jones dumping it in to the offensive zone. Logan Thompson playing the puck for the Golden Knights. Hawks Vlasic now with it. Vlasic tries to send it down to Kane, but Pietrangelo with it. Pietrangelo and the Golden Knights try to send the Eichel, and the Hawks now play in the defensive zone. Hawks, Patrick Kane with the puck. Kane getting checked by Carlson. Carlson getting loose and setting up the Golden Knights. Pietrangelo with the shot and a save by Lakeinen. Golden Knights set up in the Hawks the defensive zone. Roy battling on the boards, and the Golden Knights set. Golden Knights look for an opening. It's Donatov. Donatov loses control to Kurashev. Kurashev trying to send the Hawks out. It's Pietrangelo battling with Kurashev. Kurashev couldn't get it loose. Golden Knights set up a chance, and Stillman with the puck. Stillman looking for an opportunity to come out with it. Fred was. Wait, how is Fred? I was just watching Fred for the last week. He's actually now with his owner. Golden Knights keep pressing, and the Hawks are in the offensive zone. Vegas now sends it into the Hawks defensive zone. Vegas getting checked by Borgstrom. Hawks now with it. It's Jones. Jones sends it to Kachuk. Kachuk getting checked off the puck. The Golden Knights and the Hawks are battling in a neutral zone, and the Hawks really can't get it out. Eichel with the puck. Eichel leaves it and now gets it back. Vegas goes out for an outlet, and it's Vlasic comes out with it. Eichel leaves it for Mark, and Eichel looking for an opening. Eichel and the Hawks defensive zone getting checked, but Mark comes out with it. Hawks, Tyler Johnson coming up with the puck. Steph Jones tried to clear it. McNabb with it. McNabb sends it down to Mark. Mark couldn't get it out, and it's now Toews. Toews cutting through. Toews in the offensive zone, dumping it around the ice. Tyler Johnson couldn't get there in time. It's now Kubalik in center ice over for Regula. Regula gets it over to McCabe. Back to Tyler Johnson. Johnson wasn't there in time. McCabe steals it and sends it into the offensive zone. Tyler Johnson dumping it in, and the Golden Knights are battling against McCabe behind Logan Thompson. Hawks trying to keep press on. It's Regula keeping into the offensive zone. McNabb sends it down. No shots on net. Stevenson with it. Stevenson leaves it for Pacioretty with a shot and a save by Lakeinen. And Vegas scores off a faceoff. It's by Martinez. It's a 2-2 game, 1606 in the 1603 in the second period from a blast from the point from Martinez off a faceoff. Terrible faceoff set up by the Hawks by putting out Reese Johnson. It's 2-2. I actually did a video on that, Royce. But the Hawks are number one, and then you have to watch that video. I did ranked all 31 reverse retros from last year. Stone with the puck. Stone looking to get the Golden Knights keep the Hawks on their heels. It's Kurashev. Kurashev with Radish and Lafferty. And a nice shot by Kurashev, and the puck is loose. Golden Knights keep the puck out of the crease. It's now Pacioretty going into the Hawks defensive zone. Pacioretty getting checked off the puck, and the Hawks defending well. Stillman settles things down with 15:15 remaining in the second period over to Seth Jones. Jones taking it into neutral ice for Stillman. Stillman loses control but keeps it for Kane. Kane with the shot, and that went wide. DeBrincat getting checked by McNabb, and a nice steal by Caleb Jones, and he scores! A nice steal by Caleb Jones gives the Hawks the lead right back. It's 3-2 Chicago Blackhawks. What a goal by Caleb Jones at 14:57 in the second period. DeBrincat, Strome were battling against Eichel, and he turns the puck right over to Caleb Jones, who walks right in and snipes it top shelf on Logan Thompson. What a shot and what a steal by Caleb Jones. Donatov now with the puck. Donatov going into the Hawks offensive zone, getting checked by Caleb Jones. Roy comes out with it. Hawks now are going to the PK, and Caleb Jones is going to the box. The player who just scored is now going to the box. At 14:46 remaining in the second period, Caleb Jones, who just scored and gave the Hawks the lead right back, are now headed to the PK. It's a weak penalty, if you ask me. They called holding on Caleb Jones, but he made a hit on Donatov. Terrible penalty called. Taves at the dot versus Stevenson. Taves wins the faceoff. Taves sets up and clears it out of the zone. It's Sam Lafferty. Lafferty battling to get it into the Hawks offensive zone to kill some time. It's Pietrangelo with the puck. Pietrangelo sends the puck into the neutral zone, looking to go into the Hawks defensive zone. Over to Stevenson. Stevenson tries to cut in on DeBrincat now. DeBrincat out there for the penalty kill. It's Sam Lafferty for Cat. Cat going into the offensive zone, looking backhand. Leaves it and kills about 15 seconds in the offensive zone. It's now Stone. Stone leaves it for Pietrangelo, and Pacioretty gets it out. Pacioretty gets it to Stone, and Pietrangelo back to Pacioretty. Pacioretty looks for Eichel. Eichel getting defended well by by Boris Tkachuk, and the Hawks now have 1 minute remaining on the PK, and a nice clear by Seth Jones tried to send Boris Tkachuk. 55 seconds remaining on the PK. Shea Theodore with the puck going into the neutral zone, leaves it for Donatov. Donatov sends it into the Hawks' defensive zone, getting defended well by the Hawks, and the Hawks have to clear it out, and Roy comes out with it. Over for the Golden Knights, Marchessault. Roy back to Marchessault. Marchessault with the shot, and it goes wide. 25 seconds remaining on the PK. Oh, there's been multiple of those. There's been multiple of those. Regula clears the puck. Donatov sends the puck in. Hawks have tilted. It's even strength now. McCabe gets the puck loose over for Boris Tkachuk on the boards. Yeah, Mark tried to get it out of this and keep the presser on. It's the Golden Knights keep pressing. Donatov with a shot and a blocker save by Laakkonen. Golden Knights keep pressing and a save by Laakkonen again off a shot from Stevenson. Mark now with it loses control. Golden Knights keep pressing. It's Martinez. Martinez sends it across for Yamark. Yamark looking, 12 minutes remaining. This cycle's been moving like they're still on the power play. And a good cover up by Kevin Laakkonen at 12:02 remaining in the second period. Hawks still lead by a goal. You need to make a video compliment. I would probably have a hard time doing that. The thing with that, Royce, why I have had rages where I was just so angry at the Hawks. There was a game against Nashville, yes, that was a morning start, and holy crap, that was a horrible game by the Hawks, and I was streaming that, and I was just livid with how the Hawks started play. They played 2 morning games against Nashville. It's Nashville. Their way of scheduling games is stupid. They have to. The issue was the last morning game against Nashville was supposed to be a night game. It was supposed to be a 7:00 start in Nashville, but they forgot Nashville had something scheduled for that time slot for a stupid concert. That's why. Nashville and stupid concerts. See the scores around the NHL. Okay, guys, I did run a poll last night with multiple polls running. I will have a video coming out on these polls once the season's over. It turned out pretty interesting. A couple of the ones didn't get that many votes, but sometimes that happens. But most of them did get good amount of votes. Vegas setting up. McCabe with the puck. Gets it over to Regula. Regula sends the puck out of the zone. Hawks now on the attack. It's Kubalik. Kubalik leaves it for Johnson. Johnson dumping it around the ice for Jonathan Toews. Leaves it. And the Hawks, Tyler Johnson. Johnson getting checked, but gets control for McCabe. McCabe dumping it over to Kubalik. Kubalik getting checked, but keeping pressure on. McCabe over to Regula. Regula looking for McCabe. McCabe fires and a save by Thompson. Mark Stone with the puck. Hawks now with it's Kubalik and a save by Thompson. Yes, Steph Jones will be playing for Team USA in the World Championship this year. I did see that. Stevenson with the puck, clearing it down the zone. It's Alex Vlasic. Vlasic with the puck, getting set up for the Hawks to go into the offensive zone. DeBrincat comes out with it, but the Golden Knights defended well. Kane over for Strome. Strome leaves it for Steph Jones. Looking. His brother did to score. Jones with the shot. And a save by Thompson. Steph Jones keeps the pressure on. It's Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane looking down for Dylan Strome behind the goal line. McNabb comes up and trips DeBrincat, and the Hawks are going to the power play. Kane is actually not going to be playing in the World Championship, from what it sounds like. He's been still dealing with some sort of nagging injury, but he's just not going to enter the World Championship. Let Kane just heal up and get ready for next season. Power play to the Hawks. McNabb to the box for tripping Alex DeBrincat. Dylan Strome at the dot wins it back over to Steph Jones. Jones for DeBrincat. DeBrincat on the blue line. Goes for Jones. Jones mishandles but gets it to Radish. Back for Kane. Kane for Jones. Jones to Kane. Kane looking over to Jones. Looking. Fires in a save by Thompson. Jones keeps the play going. Radish for DeBrincat over to Kane. Kane looking back for DeBrincat. Backdoor and a shot and a save by Thompson. Now Steph Jones in the neutral zone up to Kane in the offensive zone. Kane looking. Kane goes for Radish over to DeBrincat. Couldn't get it on. It's 1:15 remaining on the power play. Kevin Lankinen plays the puck behind his net and sets up the Hawks to go on a breakout. Jones takes it back for Kane. Kane taking it through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Up to Tyler Johnson. Johnson tried to get it back to Kane. Golden Knights clear it out of the zone, and the Hawks have to get back defensively. It's Caleb Jones, who just scored to give the Hawks the lead right back. Gives it to Jonathan Toews on a push and back entry. Toews taking it into the zone. Goes over to Borgstrom. Up to Kubalik. Kubalik gets it down to Johnson. Johnson to Jones. Over to Toews. Doesn't work out, and the Golden Knights clear. 25 seconds remaining on the power play for the Hawks. Here we go. It's Caleb Jones. 20 seconds remaining. Jones takes it in. Over to Kurashev. Kurashev looking. Leaves it for Johnson. Johnson on the blue line to Kubalik. Kubalik for Toews. Toews looking back to Jones. Jones fires, and it was blocked up front. Tyler Johnson over to Kurashev. Kurashev looking with 1 second remaining. Tried to set up Kubalik, and that didn't work out. DeBrincat will not be entering for Team USA because he's expecting his first child. He did say that. DeBrincat with the puck taking it into the neutral zone, up to the offensive zone. DeBrincat for Kane. Kane sets up, tried to go back for DeBrincat. Didn't work out. DeBrincat now with it, tried to send it up to Regula. Golden Knights now with the attack on with Mark Stone. Stone dumping it in. Kevin Lankinen playing the puck. McCabe now there to play it. Stevenson tried to set up Pacioretty in the slot. Pacioretty looking for Stone. Stone back to Pacioretty, and he shoots it wide. Oh, no. Nice save by Lankinen on Eichel. Lankinen without his stick again. Sam Lafferty with it. Lafferty taking it into the offensive zone for Borgstrom. Borgstrom now, Kurashev. I'm sorry. Kurashev tried to send Vlasic, and it passes it hard. Steph Jones with the puck over to Sam Lafferty. Fires in a save by Thompson. Tyler Johnson or Alex Vlasic, I could see. I thought Tyler Johnson's Canadian. Oh, he's actually, isn't he actually from Spokane? Yeah, he's actually from Spokane. I'm sorry. He could play. I don't know. How are you guys enjoying this play-by-play tonight? Stars or Coyotes? I could check it on that score. The Stars are beating the Coyotes 3-0 with 10 remaining in the second period. Hawks are beating the Golden Knights 3-2 with 6:55 remaining in the second period. Let's hope the Hawks can win this thing, please. The Canadiens and Rangers are tied 2 apiece with 8 remaining in regulation. The Jets probably are going to shut out the Flyers 3-0. All right, Hawks keep the possession. It's Vlasic. Vlasic goes over to Steph Jones. Jones dumping it into the offensive zone. Tays comes up with it, loses control. Steph Jones sets up, beating Eichel. Jones leaves it for Johnson. Oh, fires, and it goes wide. Steph Jones getting checked by Jack Eichel. Tays now with it. Tays sets up. Tays goes to Jones. Jones cuts for Johnson. Doesn't work out. Johnson gets it, tried to get it over to Kubalik, and the Golden Knights tried to clear, and Tays tries to get in. Steph Jones with the puck, sets up over to Dominic Kubalik, who got cross-checked, and there's no penalty called. McNabb clears the puck down, and it's Steph Jones. No, my bad. That was Caleb. It's now DeBrincat. DeBrincat sets up. Fires by Stillman. 5:48 remaining in the first period. It's 3-2 Hawks. I agree. I do wish we had kept Mark fires, and he almost has a hole in one. That's funny, Royce. Hey, Brian, you ready for Rockford Ice Hog content coming in the next couple of days? Because once the AHL playoffs gets going, we're going to have Ice Hogs going on this channel, covering the Calder Cup playoffs. There might be a time where I might not be able to cover it because I might try and catch a Ice Hog playoff game. I would not mind going up to Rockford to catch a Calder Cup playoff game. I think that would be fun. All right, here we go again. Stupid commercials going on. Way too many commercials. It seems like the United Center is pretty filled tonight, which is nice to see always. That would be so nice, Royce, if there were no commercials. Because international hockey do not have commercials except for in intermissions. That's the one thing with international hockey I agree with. No commercials. Dylan Strome tried to set up DeBrincat, and the Golden Knights defend it out. It's Caleb Jones. Caleb Jones sends it up for Patrick Kane, who loses control. Jones for Kane. Kane in the defensive zone leaves her for DeBrincat. DeBrincat taking it in, sends it up to Kane. Kane loses control, and the Golden Knights go on the attack. Vegas now sets up. They look. Fires and a save by Lankinen. Donatov with the puck getting defended by Patrick Kane off the board. Stillman comes out with the loose puck for Riley Stillman. Stillman dumping it in, and the Golden Knights keep the play going. Roy dumping it into the Hawks defensive zone. Riley Stillman cutting back and sets up behind Lankinen. Stillman gets it to DeBrincat, who clears it, and the Golden Knights defend. Vegas now takes it up and goes into the Hawks defensive zone. It's Riley Stillman getting checked off the puck and March still comes out with it. Hawks tried to clear it by a high stick from Riley Stillman. 4:41 remaining in the second period. It's 3-2 Chicago Blackhawks. Goal scored by Taylor Radish, Michael Amadio, Taylor Radish again, then Alec Martinez, and Caleb Jones. Sam Lafferty at the faceoff dot, losing it back. The Golden Knights set up. It's Marchessault. Marchessault tried to set up Amadio. The Golden Knights and the Hawks are battling. It's Alec Regula. Regula gets it to McCabe. McCabe getting checked by Mark. Hawks now go on the attack. It's Kurashev for Lafferty. Back to Kurashev. Kurashev to Radish. Radish looking for a hat trick tonight. It's now Sam Lafferty at the boards. Gets it over to Kurashev. Sets up. Kurashev over to Lafferty behind Logan Thompson. Over to Kurashev. Kurashev looking for an opening at the blue line to McCabe. McCabe back for Kurashev, who shoots it wide. Taylor Radish could not get the rebound. Hawks tried to get the pressure going still. It's Taylor Radish. This line has been lethal tonight. They've been moving well and keeping the pressure on the Vegas. It's Vlasic over to Kurashev behind the net, looking for an opening at the blue line. Over for Jones, over to Vlasic. Vlasic with the shot and a save by Thompson. Hawks now have to play a little bit of defense here. Alex Vlasic for Steph Jones, though. Jones gets it up to Boris Tkachuk. Tkachuk in the offensive zone. Looking, leaves it. Fires and a save by Thompson. Reese Johnson sets up Borgstrom. Borgstrom looking for Johnson. And the Golden Knights get the puck out of the zone. Hawks keep the press on. And they have it in the O zone from Vlasic dumping it in. McNabb with it. McNabb clearing it down the ice, and that's Jake McCabe with the puck. McCabe getting checked off, but he keeps possession and leaves it for Lankinen to just cover up. 2:53 remaining in the second period. It's 3-2 Chicago Blackhawks. Here we go again. Jonathan Toews at the dot versus Stevenson in the defensive zone. Toews wins it for Regula, but the Golden Knights get it in a shot by McNabb and in by Pacioretty off a deflection. It's 3-3 game. Pacioretty at the doorstep, redirecting it past Lankinen. Dang it! Hawks in the defensive zone with another face-off loss leads to a goal against. That's 2 in this game. And that went in the 5-hole of Kevin Lankinen. Actually, it went underneath his shoulder. Hawks and Golden Knights are tied 3 apiece with 2:38 remaining in the second period. Vegas has Stone with it over for Stevenson. Stevenson leaves it for Kubalik. Hawks couldn't get there. It's Theodore. Theodore setting up the Golden Knights. Leaves it for Stone. Stone tried to go cross crease and Taze defended well. Taze sends the puck up the ice. McNabb, though, is there. Over for Stone. Stone in the Hawks defensive zone cuts in. Leaves for Theodore, who shoots it wide. McCabe with the puck sends it over, but Pietrangelo is there to play it. Hawks now playing defense here with 2:55 remaining. It's now McCabe. McCabe gets it to Regula. Regula sets up, sends it for McCabe. Over for DeBrincat. DeBrincat in the neutral zone, now in the offensive zone. For Kane. Kane shoots it and it goes wide. Hawks keep the pressure on as Vlasic, who couldn't hold on to the puck. Carlson gets it across for Eichel. Eichel sets up the Golden Knights in their defensive zone. Over for Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo loses control off of a good defensive play by Jones and Vlasic. Vlasic now with the puck. Sends it up to Kane. Leaves it for Strome. Strome in the offensive zone for Kane. Looking for DeBrincat. Leaves it for Jones. Jones gets it to Vlasic. Sets up on the blue line for Kane. Kane on the blue line. Leaves it and goes in. Kane looking for an opening, and he couldn't set up anything. Marchessault defended well, and Pietrangelo sends it to Martinez, who clears it up to Eichel in the Hawks defensive zone. Eichel trying to cut through, looking for an opening. Eichel looking again. Eichel sets up the Golden Knights, and a save by Lakeinen, and a shot by McNabb again, and another save by Lakeinen. Hawks clear, and DeBrincat just bats it down into the Hawks offensive zone. McNabb with the puck with 29 seconds remaining. Hawks will have to do another defensive zone faceoff. I mean, there is no shot clock in the NHL. And I don't think that will work. I would love to see it. That's one thing to Rock. And how are you? Sam Lafferty with the puck over for DeBrincat. DeBrincat sends it up to Radish, who gets hit in the chest by the puck by DeBrincat. Radish goes to the bench. 9, it's 6, 5, 4. Nadonov going in. And that will be it for the second period. It's tied 3-3 after 2. Holy crap. There's been a lot of action in this game. Hawks have had good scoring chances. No, Royce, he's not my only mod. I have a few others. But right now, Rock is like the only one that is here right now. How are you doing, Mike? Let's do a scoreboard watch in the NHL as of right now. 4:45 remaining in the second period. The Dallas Stars are beating the Coyotes 3-0. The Jets are beating the Flyers 4-0. The Canadiens and Rangers are tied 3-3 with 150 remaining in regulation time. And of course, our game is tied 3-3 going into the second. My bad, going into the third. This has been a fun game, though. Hope the Hawks can just come out with it and just win this thing. Your favorite ice hog. React to the final minutes of the um Canadiens game. I guess I can do that because I really don't know what channel that game is on. All right, Canadiens took a 4-3 lead with 5 seconds remaining in regulation time. I think the Canadiens just won this game. It looks like your favorite Ice Hogs all time are Jeremy Morin, Adam Clendenny, Brandon Peary, Brian Connolly, Brandon Bollig, Anthony Lewis, Matthew Highmore, Vinny Anastroza, Kent Simpson, Carter Hutton, and Michael Layton. Interesting, Brian. Fun fact, I actually have met Brandon Bowling. I met him on his day with the Cup. I got to kiss the Stanley Cup in 2013 when Brandon Bowling brought it down to St. Louis. Yeah, I'm surprised the Canadiens are going to win this game. Granted, a lot of the top players like Panarin's out of the lineup tonight for the Rangers. Yeah, I love Corey Crawford. My dad actually owns a Corey Crawford Ice Hog jersey. Got him that for his birthday. What? That has to be about 7 years ago now. I think that would be a smart move for the Ice Hogs to retire the 29. I think the Hawks should retire the number 50, if you ask me, because Corey Crawford, number 50, it's well deserved. He's, in my opinion, the second greatest goalie in franchise history. Greatest playoff goalie for sure. Yeah, the Rangers did do a quick rebuild, and that's what I hope the Hawks can do. Patrick Kane, Hall of Fame for sure. There's no question about it. He's going to be first ballot Hall of Fame. He's the greatest American-born player of all time, in my opinion. I'm not. Here's one thing with me, Royce. I don't switch jerseys for games. I wear one jersey all game day. I put this on this morning and I wear it all day. That's how I roll for games. That's my one of my superstitions, kind of. Yeah, the Hawks retired the Winter Classic jersey. That's cool, Brian. Don't change hats either. If I do it, I just don't do it. I think that's best not to talk about that guy, Brian. Oh, okay. I do have pets. They're just upstairs. I hate them, Rock, with a passion. I've talked about that before the game actually started. I understand that, Brian. Guys, I do have something like a couple of videos coming soon that do involve other NHL teams by covering ugliest jerseys from each team's history to each team's greatest jerseys in their histories. I'm still going to be Rock. I know the jersey ads are stupid and they should not be a thing, but I'm still going to support watching the Hawks. Yes, Drew, I do. Here, guys, I got an idea. I already created my league for the bracket challenge. I'm not really. I don't drink alcohol. I just don't like it. Thanks, Drew. So, guys, I do have the NHL bracket challenge open. If you want to already go ahead and join, make sure to click this link and join the NHL bracket challenge league. I'm going to have my video made right after the regular season on my bracket and how I create it for you guys to see how I predict this year's Stanley Cup. This might be the hardest year I'm going to have. Oh, that's cool, Brian. That's cool, Drew. Thanks for joining. Favorite soda? Um, I would say Coke, but after last year, I just stopped drinking it. So probably Sprite now. Yeah, Soda Blum's been great down in the Ice Hogs this season. I don't think he's going to be ready next year. Have I heard anything about the summer redo of the World Juniors? I saw they were trying to do some a redo on the tournament. I just haven't heard anything since. Rock. I think Sierra has a weird taste. Yeah, Russia's no longer in any international hockey thing. They are basically expelled from the IIHF. Interesting, Brian. Okay, I didn't realize it was set for August, but I guess that works. Take a look at the scores in the NHL. LA and Seattle have just started up with 13:15 remaining in the first period. It's 0-0. Hawks are still tied with Vegas after 2-3-3. It should be getting ready to start in the third period here in a shortly. The Stars are beating the Coyotes 3-0. Wow. favorite food. It's not chips. It's Italian food. Stuffed shells. Stuffed shells are my favorite food. The new playoff logo is cleaner, but my thinking is they're going to do the embroidered patch or go to the style patches that the MLB uses for the World Series with like the plastic patches. The chromified plastic World Series patches. I can see the NHL implicate a chromified Stanley Cup final patch. I don't think King's returning either. If the Canucks do not re-sign Bruce Boudreau, even though I really think he does re-sign with the Canucks, because the Canucks will be stupid if they don't. If they don't, I would really love the Hawks to try and go after Bruce Boudreau. To me, I was never a fan of the 90s Stanley Cup final logo. I'm partial to the ones from 2010 to last year. Frankly, it's hard to say for me, Drew, because I'm not big on Chicago style pizza. I mean, Rock, don't forget the Capitals won the Stanley Cup and let Barry Trotz walk free agent to go to the Islanders. Anything can happen. Interesting, Brian. Jonathan Tays at the dot, 1944 remaining in regulation time. It's tied 3-3. Shea Theodore with the puck, setting up. No thank you, Roots. That's a big hell no. I do not want Mike Babcock behind the bench of the Chicago Blackhawks. In my opinion, that guy should never have a job again behind the bench. He's a terrible head coach, in my opinion. Overrated as hell. So I hope he never comes back to the NHL. And I would be so angry if he becomes a coach of the Hawks. Jack Eichel with the puck, looking to Roy, and the puck comes loose. Eichel gets it up to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo shoots it, and a block by Dylan Strome. Strome gets it up to Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane gets it over to DeBrincat, who couldn't get it out of the zone. Pietrangelo battling to and DeBrincat now comes up with it. Cat to center ice for Kane. Kane looking into offensive zone for Strome. Strome tried to feed it across for DeBrincat, and the Golden Knights clear. 18:33 remaining in regulation time. It's 3-3 game. Oh, I know, Rock, but Barry Trotz was a fan favorite in Washington, and they let him walk. Anything can happen. I think the Canucks will be stupid if they let him go, but it could happen. What if a team offers them more money in Chicago? Like, what if the Hawks decided, let's offer Bruce Boudreau more money to come here? Because I feel like the Hawks will have more money to do so. Kurashev with the puck tried to set up Lafferty. Lafferty couldn't go in. We do know, Rock, the Canucks have been known to be stupid in how they run their organization sometimes. Vlasic with the puck takes it into the offensive zone, dumping it in. It's William Karlsson with it. Karlsson getting it over, and the Golden Knights now clear. Hawks get to his Caleb Jones. Caleb Jones gets to the puck after an icing. Oh, yeah. Babcock would not work behind the bench for the Hawks, especially for a rebuilding team like this. Next game, you should do a watch party instead of a play by play to help your voice and so we can still chill. I can't go live for Friday's game against Buffalo, unfortunately. Tays tried to get it in. Hawks Stillman with the shot that goes wide. Carlson gets the puck for the Golden Knights. Hawks battling. It's Caleb Jones, and the Golden Knights come out with it. Vegas dumping it into the Hawks defensive zone. It's now Caleb Jones with the puck, getting checked by Carlson. Hawks now get it. It's Kubalik in the defensive zone. Kubalik leaves it for Tays, who dumps it into the neutral zone. Golden Knights now with it is Carlson. Carlson looking to come out with it. Tyler Johnson steals. Johnson steals and sets up a line change for the Hawks. Caleb Jones plays it over for Riley Stillman. Riley Stillman settles things down behind Kevin Lakeinen over to Caleb Jones. Caleb Jones sends it up to Boris Kachuk. Kachuk plays it across the ice, and Stillman tries to get it out. He gets off the ice for a change, and the Hawks are now with a fresh legs out there on the blue line. I would like Paul Maurice. I'm fine with Paul Maurice. Eichel shoots it wide, and the Hawks are defending off of that. Vegas shoots again, and Mark almost had a chance to get there. It's McNabb now with it. McNabb loses control with a shot and a blocker save by Lakeinen. It's now Hendrik Borgstrom feeds it to Vlasic, up to Steph Jones. Jones trying to get it out of the zone and gets it up to Boris Kachuk, who's battling on the board. Jones over for Vlasic, who dumps it into the offensive zone. Logan Thompson plays the puck, and the Golden Knights set up. I don't think Crawford remains on the coaching staff. McCabe goes into the offensive zone for Kane. Over for Strome. Tries to cross crease it for Kane, but didn't work out. Vegas was there in time to defend. Hawks can't get puck possession going, and it's Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo plays it into the Hawks defensive zone. It's Regula with the puck. Regula settling things down, getting it played in his defensive zone. Regula sends it up the ice for DeBrincat, who can't get control. It's now Strome, 2-on-1 break for Kane. Kane looking, fires, and a save by Thompson. Kane looking again. Kane gets it to DeBrincat, who gets blocked by Stevenson. I agree they should let Mark Crawford go. Alex Pietrangelo with the puck, dumping it in off of the blockers of Lakeinen. Radish plays it across for Steph Jones, who nearly coughs up a costly turnover. Radish trips and falls on the puck, and the puck comes into the Hawks offensive zone. Vegas defends. It's Theodore. Theodore gets it up to Roy. Going in. Hawks looking to defend. And it's Lafferty. Lafferty takes it into the center ice. Now offensive zone. Trying to deke through the Vegas defense. Vegas defended well enough. It's now Eichel with the puck. 14:20 remaining in regulation time. It's 3-3 game. Vegas has control, and Roy gets cut off and offside. Hey, what's up? I know who you're going for in this game. Sorry, I have to go for the Hawks in this game. It's now Riley Stillman. Stillman tries to get it up to Kubalik. Golden Knights set up, and now Lakeinen behind the net. Gets it to Tays, who loses control. Hawks battling. It's McNabb. Sets up, and a save by Lakeinen covers it up. Yeah, I know Dallas is winning, but I think the Hawks play more spoiler in this game than Dallas winning against a team that's AHL at best. I think AV is better off as an assistant coach than a head coach anymore because Alain Villon has been proven to show that he's not that good with a development system. He's better off as a head coach when they're trying to contend. He's not good for a rebuilding team. It didn't work for the Rangers. It didn't work for the Canucks after the Canucks started to suck. It did not work for the Flyers. Hell, who else was he a coach for? AV was also coaching in the Pacific at one point, too. Was it the Sharks? No. I think he was coaching the Kings. Hey, I know what you mean. But I think everyone's kind of wanted Vegas out of the playoffs this year, Elias. Showing the Blackhawks Warriors, which is nice to see. Which are the Wounded Warrior Blackhawk team, which is always cool that the Hawks do this for them. March so with the shot and a save by Lakin, and Kubalik comes out with it over for Taze. Taze dumping it into the offensive zone. Kubalik trying to get there in time. Taze with the puck. Taze sets up. Taze sends it over to McCabe, over to Kubalik, who couldn't control. Vegas controls, but the Hawks keep it into the offensive zone. Shea Theodore with the puck. Theodore looking for an opening to get out of the zone. McNabb dumps it in. It's McCabe. McCabe getting checked by Carlson, and Taze comes up with it. Taze sends it over for Regula. Regula sends it in, sets back up into the defensive zone. Over to McCabe. McCabe sets up, goes for Regula. Back to McCabe. Over for Kachuk. Kachuk getting checked off the puck. Vegas keeps pressing, and the Hawks come out with it. It's Reese Johnson. Reese Johnson loses control, and it's now Yamark. Yamark looking in, setting up the Golden Knights in a nice whiff of a shot from Vegas. Yamark sets up in the slot by Roy, and the Hawks tried to get it out of the zone. It's now Kachuk. Kachuk with the puck at center ice, dumping it into the offensive zone. Not really. It's because how their management is. Pacioretty with the puck. Getting checked by Strome. DeBrincat nearly got it out of the defensive zone. Pietrangelo keeps it in. Pietrangelo to Pacioretty, and a save by Lankinen. Steph Jones with the puck over to Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane sets up over to Alex Vlasic. Vlasic takes it in and dumps it into the offensive zone onto the net of Logan Thompson. Golden Knights now go up. It's Stevenson. Stevenson getting checked by Jones, and it calls out a play. Okay. I know he was the coach in the Rangers, the Canucks, and Flyers. I could not remember that he was in a Habs head coach. Come on, Taze. Taze at the defensive zone for a faceoff. Eichel wins it back. And a block, but Donatov with it and shoots it high. Eichel nearly got the puck back, but Roy has it. Roy looking to go in. Gets it up to McNabb and shoots it wide. Eichel defended Taves. Taves defending Eichel. Taves gets it over to Tyler Johnson, who's getting checked by McNabb. Puck is loose and Tyler Johnson without a helmet. It's Taves on Kubalik trying to get in for a 2-on-1. Taves getting cut by Roy, and Hawks couldn't get a chance off. Golden Knights set up. It's Donatov. Donatov, who was traded at the deadline, but then the trade got vetoed by Donatov himself. March so with the puck, going around Kevin Lankinen, getting checked by Regula. Regula defending well. Vegas now with the control. It's Theodore over, and a save by Lankinen in the glove. In my opinion, Peter DeBoer is a terrible head coach and how he's been acting. His way in acting to the media with how Robin Lehner has been is a complete and utter disgrace. Peter DeBoer, in my opinion, is a guy who should be fired. How he's been acting towards media on players by calling out like Robin Lehner in the media to the media for saying that was the main reason they lost the game. Sam Lafferty on the rush. Tried to get it across, but couldn't get his footing down. It's now Vegas with the puck in the Hawks defensive zone. Reese Johnson with it goes over to Alec Regula. Regula dumping it up the ice over to Taylor Radish. Over for Reese Johnson. Johnson taking it in for Lafferty. Leaves it for Radish with the shot and a save by Thompson. 10:05 remaining in regulation time. It's 3-3 game. I think Leonard is going to ask to be traded because I think he's tired of having to deal with Vegas's fans and Peter DeBoer and their management. I'm sorry, Elias. I know you are a Vegas fan, but the way a lot of the fans there have been treating Leonard is just a disgrace. Leonard deserves better. Pietrangelo with the puck sends it up the ice for Vegas, taking it into the Hawks offensive zone. McCabe with it. McCabe sends it up over for Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane getting checked by Donatov, and it's now Caleb Jones over to Alex DeBrincat, who couldn't get it out of the zone. Jack Eichel with it, looking in. Eichel cuts in, and a nice stick by Kane. DeBrincat going into the offensive zone with it. Cat cutting through. Cut back and set up Dylan Strome. Strome looking at the blue line. Sets up Patrick Kane. Kane looking back for Steph Jones, who cuts in, fires, and it was blocked by Martinez. Alex DeBrincat with the puck, getting defended by Pietrangelo. Golden Knights keep the press on. It's 9 minutes remaining in regulation time. Shots on net 35-30 in favor for the Golden Knights. Alec Regula with the puck sends it to Kubalik. Kubalik cutting in over to Tyler Johnson. That didn't work out. McCabe gets it back to Kubalik at center ice, dumping it into the offensive zone. McNabb kept it, the Golden Knights play. It's Pacioretty. Pacioretty, who did tie the game. Kubalik now with it. Kubalik cutting in. Fires. That goes wide. It goes to Jonathan Toews, though. Up to Regula with the shot. And block up front. Toews over for Kubalik. Kubalik on the circle. Over for McCabe with the shot that got blocked. McCabe with the shot again. That goes wide. Oh yeah, he was. That's probably why I forgot that he was coaching the Habs, Brian, because I was born in '98. thought he was coach for the Flyers last year. Okay. He was on the coaching staff the year before that for the Habs. Here we go again. Hawks in the face-off spot in the offensive zone. Strome versus Carlson. Let's see what Stromer can do. Come on, Hawks. Strome loses a face-off. Gets now on the attack. It's Marchessault. Marchessault sends it over for Carlson, but it doesn't work out. It's McNabb. Sets up Vegas. Vegas now is in. They look to go up the zone for McNabb. McNabb cutting through, and that goes wide. DeBrincat getting checked, but he gets it to Stillman. Stillman going, no, that's Caleb Jones. Caleb Jones shoots it, and it gets blocked by McNabb. Yeah, I did see, Elias. It's going to be the gold jersey for their home jersey, which I think is stupid in my opinion. And from what it sounds like, it's going to be a black third jersey next year that says Vegas on it, which is dumb, in my opinion. Sam Lafferty at the dot loses the faceoff. Vegas sets up. It's Shea Theodore. Theodore dumping it in, but McCabe gets to it. McCabe dumping it into the offensive zone, and Hawks can't get there. It's Radish. Radish with 2 goals tonight, looking for a hat trick, getting checked. It's Theodore sets up the Golden Knights to go out of the Hawks offensive zone. Stevenson getting checked, and the Hawks come out with it. McCabe gets it for Regula, and the Hawks come out of the zone. It's Lafferty. Lafferty looking to come up and send it down the ice. Vegas goes up the ice and to Janmark. Janmark, the former Hawks, sets up the Golden Knights. It's now Eichel. Eichel looking to dump it into the Hawks defensive zone. Vlasic sends it up to Tyler Johnson. Vlasic now with it. Deking through. Goes to Taze. Taze, Vlasic, and Kubalik going on a rush. But now Roy now comes out with it. Steph Jones sets up. Jones in the defensive zone to Vlasic. Vlasic sets up over to Kubalik, who couldn't get it cleanly. The Golden Knights go into the Hawks defensive zone. It's Eichel. Eichel getting checked off by Vlasic, and Steph Jones can't get there. Donatov now with it. Donatov trying to cut off the Hawks, and it's now Jonathan Taze. Taze dumping it in to the zone, neutral zone, and Donatov comes out with it. It's Jonathan Taze again with the puck at center ice, dumping it into the offensive zone. Logan Thompson plays the puck for Alex Pietrangelo. Golden Knights set up in their defensive zone and clearing. It's William Karlsson with the puck. Hawks Regula gets it over to McCabe. McCabe gets it up the ice and dumping it into the offensive zone for an icing. I agree. Their secondary logo should be on the front of a jersey. I get it was on their reverse retro. Oh, let's be honest. They do have a reverse retro next year too. So I don't think that's going to be the reverse retro. If it is, I don't know what it's reversing back to. If it's rumored to be a black jersey that says Vegas on it, I don't think that's going to be their reverse retro, but let's be honest. What can they reverse back to? They could do the Las Vegas. I don't know what they can do. Seattle, I expected Metropolitan jersey. Oh, things heat up now. Board watch. The Coyotes get the goal differential within one. It's 2-3 Dallas. The Coyotes just scored 2 quick ones with 12 remaining in regulation time. So this game can amp up. It's a 3-3 game. Let's see what happens. Okay, Regula dumping the Hawks into the offensive zone. It's the Golden Knights set up. Dylan Strome get a board battle with Mark Stone. Stone sends it around the ice, and the Hawks Regula falling down to his butt. It's Stone. Stone looking in, cuts through, and the Hawks Alex DeBrincat comes out with it. It's now Dylan Strome. Strome gets it into the offensive zone, dumping it in. The Golden Knights defend a little bit. McNabb with it sends it across the ice for Stevenson. Stevenson dumping it in, but Vlasic is there to defend. It's Steph Jones with 5 minutes remaining in regulation time. It's a 3-3 game. This game has gotten a little bit more important now with Dallas, and the Coyotes are within a 1-goal differential. Marchessault with the puck, dumping it into the Hawks defensive zone. Hawks now trying to defend. Caleb Jones loses control, and Martinez comes up with it to Marchessault. Marchessault shoots it, and a save by Lankinen. Flamingo jerseys? That would be so weird. Did they have a team named the Flamingos? If they did, oh my God. Yeah, I think their design's kind of strange. Stillman with the puck after a Hawks defensive zone faceoff win. Hawks trying to get to it. Tyler Johnson. Johnson getting checked by the Golden Knights, and the Hawks trying to keep offensive zone time. Looks like a power play is coming. I do know the Flamingo is a casino there. Coughlin might be going to the box. What's going on? Power play to the Blackhawks. Amadio to the box for slashing. Hawks to the power play. This power play can be huge. Amadio in the box for slashing. And here we go. It's Dylan Strome at the faceoff dot. Strome wins it back to Steph Jones at the blue line to Kane. Kane looking. Kane to Jones. Jones sets up to Kane. Kane gets cut by McNabb. Now DeBrincat with it. DeBrincat with 1:48 remaining on the power play. Over to Jones. Tried to set up Radish. DeBrincat can't get there, but Radish does. Radish gets it to Kane. Kane sets up a cycle. Tried to move it for Radish. Radish now back down to Strome behind the net. Over for Kane. Kane across over to Jones. Kane tries to cross it for DeBrincat, and it doesn't work out. as Cat whiffs on it. It's now Steph Jones at center ice, setting up the Hawks to enter back into the offensive zone. DeBrincat going to Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane to Dylan Strome back to Jones, over to Kane. Kane setting up. Kane loses control. Vegas battling to DeBrincat, tried to shoot it, and he shoots it, loses control. It's now going across for Kane. Kane in the offensive zone tried to play it down to Strome, but McNabb was there to send it out of the zone. Hawks changing with 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Steph Jones out there. Jones setting up. Jones leaves it for Jonathan Toews. Toews in the defensive zone with 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Toews gets it to Kubalik. Kubalik going for Toews, and that didn't work out. Toews now with it. Toews sets up with a Caleb Jones not getting there in time. Hawks having to play a little bit in their defensive zone. Not enough time to mess around like that. Come on, guys. Kubalik dumping it into the offensive zone. White Cloud trying to defend. It's Toews. Toews behind the net for Caleb Jones. Over for the Hawks. Caleb Jones over to Kubalik with the shot, and it was saved by Thompson. Toews with 5 seconds remaining. Toews getting checked by Stone. Over to Jones. Kane and Toews for Caleb Jones, fires, and it was saved by Thompson. 2:20 remaining in regulation time. The power play is over. I don't think that will be allowed, Brian. I'm sorry. I don't think that would be allowed. All right, here we go again. 2:20 remaining in regulation time. It's 3-3 game between the Hawks and Golden Knights. Reese Johnson at the faceoff die in the offensive zone versus Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson wins the faceoff to McNabb. McNabb sends the Golden Knights out and sends Stevenson. Hawks McCabe trying to get there in time, and that was icing. 2:12 remaining in regulation time. It's a 3-3 game. Vegas has iced the puck. Even though, in my opinion, the Hawks probably should have lost that icing. Okay, Dylan Strome at the faceoff dot versus Chandler Stevenson. Come on, Stromer. Strome wins it back to Kane. Kane sets up. Kane looks, fires, in a save by Thompson. 2:07 remaining in regulation time. Dallas still leads by a goal. It's 3-2 Dallas over Arizona. Oh no. It's Vlasic. Vlasic at center ice, over to Jones. Jones dumping it into the offensive zone. 1:55 remaining in regulation time. Pietrangelo with it over to Martinez. Martinez setting up in their defensive zone. Gets it to Pietrangelo. Hawks. Vlasic sends it in for the offensive zone for Strome. Strome for Kane to DeBrincat, and a save by Thompson. Strome getting checked, but Kane comes up with it. Kane tries to back it on to Pietrangelo into the net. It's 1:30 remaining in regulation time. Vlasic near coughs it up to Roy. Roy cutting into the Hawks defensive zone, going to Eichel, and that was shot wide. Pietrangelo on the blue line, going across for Martinez. Back to Pietrangelo, down to Eichel. Eichel getting defended by Jones, and the Hawks. Jonathan Toews comes out with it. Toews tries to clear it, but Eichel comes up with it. Eichel getting battled by Toews at the boards. Kane gets it over to Jones, and DeBrincat going in. DeBrincat on the offensive zone, cutting, loses control as March still got there in time. 50 seconds remaining in regulation time. Golden Knights clear and down to the Hawks defensive zone. Vegas setting up. Big check by Tyler Johnson behind the Hawks net. It's Marchessault with the puck. Marchessault comes out with it. Marchessault sets up Vegas. Hawks Kubalik comes out with it. Kubalik goes over to Lafferty. Lafferty dumping it into the offensive zone. It's now White Cloud with it over to McNabb. McNabb with it, setting up Vegas with 25 seconds remaining in regulation. Vegas sends and the Hawks have to defend. It's McCabe. McCabe sends it over to Regula with 10 seconds remaining. Over to Kurashev. Kurashev dumping it into the offensive zone. McNabb with it for White Cloud. White Cloud getting checked by Kurashev, and Stone nearly coughs up a turnover to Radish. And that's going to be the end of regulation time. It's a 3-3 game going to overtime. This is it's a fourth straight game for Vegas to go to overtime, and the Hawks are going to need this victory. As long as the Hawks win in overtime or a shootout, the Vegas Golden Knights are eliminated. And the Coyotes have tied their game with the Dallas Stars. It's a 3-3 game with 8:01 remaining in regulation time, as the Coyotes have just tied the Dallas Stars. Here we go, boys. We're going into overtime. This is going to be an interesting one to see. Let's hope the Hawks have what it takes to beat Vegas this time in overtime, because the last time the Hawks and Vegas played, Donatov scored a power play goal in overtime to win the game because of terrible penalty called by the refs. Here we go again. Taylor Radish with 2 goals tonight was a very good start for him. He had a slower end to the game, but he had a couple opportunities to get a hat trick, just couldn't bury it. Here we go. The 3 goals from the Hawks were from Taylor Radish, and Caleb Jones. And now we go to the overtime. So expect Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane, and Steph Jones out there to start the overtime for your Chicago Blackhawks, because that's something Derek King likes to do for some reason. I can't believe the Coyotes have tied their game against the Stars. Holy crap. If the Hawks win in overtime, they eliminate the Vegas Golden Knights out of playoff contention. If the Golden Knights win, they still live, but if Dallas wins their game, they are eliminated. DeBrincat versus Stevenson. Stevenson loses a faceoff to DeBrincat, but Pacioretty cuts in. Pacioretty goes into the Hawks defensive zone, getting checked by Steph Jones. DeBrincat tried to steal it from Pacioretty. Pacioretty loses it by a board check by Jones, and the Golden Knights send it down the ice. Here we go. Vegas sends it in. It's Say Theodore to Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson with a shot that goes wide. Steph Jones defended well for the puck. DeBrincat now with it. DeBrincat in the defensive zone for Steph Jones. Jones to Kane. Kane taking it in to DeBrincat. DeBrincat in. It's 4:20 with remaining in overtime. It's now Jake McCabe out there for the Hawks to set up. Jake McCabe settles things down in the overtime for some changes to come out. McCabe, Johnson, and Taze. 2 centermen and a defenseman for the Hawks. It's Tyler Johnson. Johnson settles things down at center ice. Tried to feed McCabe, and McCabe needs to get back in time because Stone steals it for Eichel. Eichel shoots it wide, and Johnson comes up with it to Taze. Taze going into the offensive zone against Pietrangelo. Taze against Pietrangelo, going around the net. Taze getting checked by Stone. Pietrangelo comes up with it against Radish. Radish checking Pietrangelo. Stone tried to get into the slot. Eichel now with it. Eichel battles, gets it to Pietrangelo at the slot, but Taze steals. Steph Jones with the puck. Jones taking it into the offensive zone, sends it back down to Kevin Lankinen. And the Hawks settles things down as Philip Kurashev with 3:14 remaining in the overtime. Hawks Taylor Radish with the puck off the board play by the Hawks. Jake McCabe. McCabe goes to Radish. Radish taking it into the offensive zone. Radish looking. Radish for McCabe. McCabe looking back to Radish. Radish with 2:55. McCabe now. McCabe sets up for line changes to get Kane and DeBrincat out there. DeBrincat now with the puck going into the offensive zone. It's DeBrincat, Kane, and Jones. Kane looks, fires, and that goes wide. DeBrincat with the puck loses control. The Hawks lose control in Vegas. William Karlsson taking it down the ice. Karlsson into the defensive zone, sends it for Marchessault. Marchessault playing around Lankinen and sends it out of the zone by a defensive stick of Alex DeBrincat. 2:19 remaining in overtime. It's now Martinez, Shea Theodore, my bad, and Steph Jones nearly coughs it up to Donatov. Donatov playing behind the goal line for William Karlsson. Karlsson on the blue line sends it back to Shea Theodore, resetting their offense. Shea Theodore cutting into the offensive zone for the Golden Knights. Shea Theodore goes down to Donatov. Donatov looking, leaves it for Theodore. Theodore back to Donatov. Donatov looking over for Pacioretty. He shoots it wide. DeBrincat now with it. DeBrincat goes over to Steph Jones in the defensive zone. Sets up for a change. It's 1:35 remaining in the overtime. Jones goes over for Sam Lafferty. Lafferty on the overtime for the Hawks. Lafferty taking it into the offensive zone. Leaves it for Kubalik. Goes, fires, and that goes wide. Kubalik getting checked, and Pietrangelo comes out with it. Pietrangelo going over for and leaves it for Pacioretty, and a good defensive stick by Caleb Jones. Pietrangelo shoots it, and a save by Lankinen. 1:06 remaining in the overtime. Oh my God. A lot of action so far. Back and forth hockey. It's time for the Hawks to try and end the season of the Golden Knights. What a play by Caleb Jones by laying out on his belly to make a save. 1:06 remaining in the overtime. It's a 3-3 game. Defensive face-off for Jonathan Toews against Eichel. Come on, Taser. Toews versus Eichel. Toews wins the faceoff for Kurashev. 1:04 remaining in overtime. Toews now with it. Toews sends the puck up to Steph Jones, who's on the offensive zone. Jones waits. He looks for Kurashev, and it doesn't go in. Kurashev behind the net. Kurashev looking to Jones. 40 seconds remaining for Jones, and he shoots it, and it was saved by Thompson. Toews over to Kane. Kane fires, and a save by Thompson. 33 seconds remaining in the overtime. 33.3 seconds remain in the overtime, and it's a 3-3 game. Whew. Shout out Pat Foley for that number. It's a 3-3 game with 33 seconds and 0.3 remaining. Whew. Timeout Chicago with 33.3 seconds remaining in the overtime. A lot of action this overtime. Let's see if the Hawks can end it. I think I'm awake with your name, but go Hawks. NHL score watch. It's still 3-3 with 4:14 remaining in regulation. Dallas versus Arizona. DeBrincat versus Stevenson. In the overtime, in the offensive zone, DeBrincat loses a faceoff, but Cat gets the puck from Carlson. Carlson now gets it for Stevenson over to Theodore, taking it in. DeBrincat steals with 20 seconds remaining. DeBrincat going into the offensive zone. DeBrincat leaves it for Kane. Kane looks to set up. Kane gets it to DeBrincat. 14 seconds. Kane to DeBrincat. Now with it, Kane looking, Kane cutting, Kane going back in, and a save by Thompson. 5 seconds remaining. Theodore goes over to Carlson, and we need a shootout to end this game. Yeah, unfortunately, Pat Foley did retire on the 14th. Luckily, I did get to go to that game, and I managed to get on the Blackhawks Twitter and the Jumbotron quite a bit. We're going to a shootout. Blackhawks versus Vegas. And this is a do or die for Vegas, and this is a spoiler type of action for the Hawks. If the Hawks win in the shootout, Vegas season is over. If the Golden Knights win, they still are scoreboard checking on Dallas. Yep, I love that jersey. I might have a chance of getting it autographed. There's a chance. There could be a chance to get an autograph by Pat. Okay, here we go. I expect Jonathan Toews to start the shootout off for the Hawks. Here's the thing. Logan Thompson has been in the shootout the last 2 games for the Golden Knights, and the ways he's lost have become by a deke. Can the Hawks do it and end Vegas' season? Shots on net were 40-40 in this game, dead even. Quite a bit of shots by the Hawks in the overtime. Kevin Lankinen versus Logan Thompson in the shootout. And here we go. Jonathan Toews comes in. Toews going in wide, looking, slows up, goes in, fires, and he goes wide. And that's a no goal for the Hawks. Okay, Toews comes up and just shoots it wide. He had Thompson beat. It's Mark Stone. Stone, no. Big save by Lankinen. It's still 3-3 with 2 remaining in regulation for that. It's Kane. Kane has been snake bit this year on these. Kane coming in slow, looking, deking, and he goes up high, and he could have just, no goal. It's still 0-0. Kane beat Thompson. He just got the puck up high. It's Eichel. No. Eichel going in wide. No. Big save by Lankinen. What a glove snatch by Lanks. It's the Cat. Alex DeBrincat can help. Come on, Cat. Alex going in slowly, deking a little bit. Cat dekes, and it was pulp checked by Thompson. Dang it. Thompson got a pulp check on DeBrincat. Otherwise, that probably would have been a goal. Shea Theodore, no. Big save again, Lankinen. Holy cow. We have extra time, extra innings in the shootout. Going to round 4. It's 0-0. Philip Kurashev for the Hawks. Okay. Kurashev going in wide, coming back slowly, deking a little, and a glove snatched by Thompson. Who's going to shoot for Vegas? Thompson had his glove up all the way. It's Stevenson. Stevenson going in wide, setting up, looking, and that goes wide, and it goes to round 5 of the shootout. Holy cow. Dylan Strome for the Hawks. Come on, Stromer. Come on, Stromer. And a save by Thompson again as he had him pinched, but it couldn't work. Big save by Thompson there as he snatched the leather down. It's Pacioretty. No. Big save again, Lincoln. Going to round 6 of the shootout. It's Taylor Radish with 2 goals on the night coming in. Radish going up, looking, shoots, and a save by Thompson again. Okay, Marchessault. No. Big save again, Lincoln. We go to round 7 in the shootout. It's Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson coming in wide, going up, looking. He scores! Tyler Johnson goes barred down on Thompson. It's a big time for Lincoln now. If Lincoln saves it, the Golden Knights season is over. Come on. It's Amadio going in wide. No. Big save! Hawks win! Hawks win! And the Vegas Golden Knights go home for the first time ever. They are eliminated for playoff contention. Yes! Yes! Hawks win! Hawks win in a shootout. Kevin Lincoln and Stan Strong and the Hawks win it and eliminate the Vegas Golden Knights. Good night, Vegas. This is the 3rd time in franchise history your Chicago Blackhawks beat the Vegas Golden Knights. And it was the big one. This was a way to spoil a season. Goodbye, Vegas. Woo! What a way to do it. As Dallas and Arizona go to overtime, the Hawks defeat and eliminate the Vegas Golden Knights. Woo! And the 3rd star of the night is Sam Lafferty. Up next, it's the second star of the night, Taylor Radish, with 2 goals on the game. Well deserved, but probably Kevin Lakeinen for the first star of the night. Oh, Tyler Johnson with the shootout winner and the eliminator, Tyler Johnson. DeHaan's out for the remainder of was out. Oh, big win by your Chicago Blackhawks. And bigger celebration as this game meant so much to eliminate the Vegas Golden Knights. I have to say that. Guys, get ready for a fun review tonight because it's coming as the Hawks eliminate the Vegas Golden Knights. Holy cow! I did see Rock. I should show that in the stream real quick. What a big victory by your Chicago Blackhawks, eliminating the Vegas Golden Knights with this big shootout victory by the goal of Tyler Johnson in a 7-round shootout against the Vegas Golden Knights. Goodbye, Vegas. Oh. Oh my God. Here, guys, if you want to see a concept I made recently, Link came up huge again in a shootout. This is a concept I made recently based off the 2016 Stadium Series, but blacked in for reversed. But what a big victory by your Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Lakeinen stood strong, and the Hawks eliminate the Vegas Golden Knights from playoff contention. We played spoiler tonight, boys. Such a great way to do it. Oh my God. So, guys, get ready for the review because that's going to be coming soon. I have to record it. And thank you for coming to the live stream as tonight was spoiler night in Chicago to end the Vegas Golden Knights season. So thank you for coming to this fun live stream. I really appreciate it. And most of all, we were the spoilers, and let's